Yo, what's good? What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to post-fight show with Stormybman Canelo versus Crawford for the Undisputed Super Middleweight title that just took place Saturday, September 13th, a day we will remember in boxing history on Netflix. And the world saw this go down. Terrence Bud Crawford with a unanimous decision win. A unanimous decision win for Terrence Bud Crawford over Canelo Alvarez. Something that many people, they didn't give him credit. They didn't give him credit going in. But if you notice, the trolls were very quiet leading up to this because they knew. They knew. I apologize for the notes playing a little loud, but you know what? It's a party, huh? It's a party. It's a party around these parts because I've been telling people, I said, listen, the fact that Crawford won a unanimous decision over Canelo, won probably, who knows, 10 rounds to 3 or 9 rounds to 3 or something like that. It was a miraculous performance. And you could see whenever he decided to sit down on his punches, they were affecting Alvarez, but he didn't want to give Alvarez a chance to get lucky and fortunate with anything. And I'm going to tell you something. I can admit there'll be others out here who won't say a thing. The inactivity of Crawford affected him because there were counter-punching opportunities and he missed a lot. Timing wasn't totally there. But he's such a great fighter. He still made up for it in between. But this is not a time for critique. This is a time for an acknowledgement. This man is the first four-belt era, 3-time, 3-division undisputed champion. He is the fighter of this generation, and he is the best in the last 30 years. This young man from Omaha, Nebraska, you got to give it up for him. You got to give it up. This was an amazing performance where he took on a guy that many people considered, at least with he facing Canelo, a very small stature, that he couldn't do it. It was an impossibility. So what we have is history being made on this night. I am so proud of Bud Crawford. So proud for him. Happy for his family. His mother can now rest and let her son know how much he is loved. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. Salute everybody out there. Please smash the like button as you come into the building. This is something to be taken in. I mean, you people who were doubters, you people, and I don't want to hear all of that. You know, I knew it all the time, and you know, because there's people that, even melanated people out there, that was like, well, I just don't see how he can beat Canelo. Well, you don't know boxing. Yes, there are weight classes for a reason, but if you notice, I don't say that because it's not the size of the fighter in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the fighter. That's what it's all about. For those who like to say skills pay the bills, another cliche, that's not something that I am going to coin as a phrase for myself, because I talk about five-dimensional fighters, huh? Yeah, I've done shows on five-dimensional fighters, huh? Yeah, and I've talked about these two men, and I did a breakdown, and I talked about Terrence Bud Crawford being a five-dimensional fighter, and Canelo Alvarez is a 2 to 3 dimensional fighter. Yeah, depending upon whom he's in the ring against. Yeah. For further information on what those dimensions happen to be, you have to go into my archives, because I don't have the time to explain it to you this day. Just know that if you missed the lesson, F+, get to the back of the class. Yeah. Jimmy Bernard, what's good with you? 88 Sports Talk, Antonio, MMA. Red Ford, 1ATX. Universal Truth, B-Mac, Chilltown Majors, Eric Jordan, Ravens Nation, Tay-Tay, the real queen of MMA and combat talk. Adrian Viet, KP from KC, where you been? My brother, Drew Titan, LLC. DLP, what's happening? Woke, where you been? Schneider, JP. JC the Storyteller, what's good with you? Where you been? Stephen L. the Mac, what's happening with you, brother? Shamar Rashawn Shalom, what's happening? My brother Trick Noti, what's good with you? What an amazing night in the history of boxing. Let's see who else we got here. Brothers Trick Noty and Drew Titan, check your emails. President Jafar, salute. Stephen L., why don't you hit that link, brother? Champion Heart, salute to you. Trick Noty, hit that link. Shower, hit that link. This is a night for celebration. My man EJ out there running that Cash App. We appreciate you, bro. He says, shout out to the Ninja Sword, never makes mistakes. Heavyweight. Trick Noty, don't waste your time on that, brother. Just hit the link, man. See, this is what you got. You give that stuff too much energy, man. Come on over here and join this party. Gregory X, what's happening, brother? Long time. Ravens Nation says, Sensei, when Bud got announced, the winner, I got teary-eyed. So did he. My brothers, Black Martial Arts Society, Trick Noty, what's good with you, man?
Salute, Stormy.
My after party for Bud Crawford's 3-time, 3-division undisputed celebration, man.
Salute, Trick, salute, Stormy, and congratulations to.
Do you know what this means? It's like, listen. And it's the same for Clarissa Shields, you guys.
It means
this man is to be uplifted. Uplifted. Now, some people are going to play it down. Some people are going to even act half happy about it. Some of them are in our own family. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you something. For any of you who've been out there for any length of time watching my content, what have I always said about this man?
He's the real deal. He's talented. He's on a different level.
Reed, what's good? To refreshing the memory, what I said was very first time that I saw him fight. was his first appearance on HBO. And I remember watching him, and I was like, because I didn't know him. I was like, who is this little black dude here? I said, he reminds me of someone. I'm trying to think, and then I could see that he could switch to southpaw and everything. And that was when he was like at, what was it, 130? Because he started out at 130, right? Then he went to 135, then 140, or was it 135, then 140?
I think it was 135, and then 140. I thought the same thing too.
Okay.
35, then 40.
So when I saw him, I'm like, this kid is good. And it wasn't just his performance, but it was the way that he won. It was so many things, because I know how to assess boxing talent. I don't say that with ego and pride. I say it with experience, because I've had my eye on fighters, the sport, matches, matchups for a very long time. And then it came to me, it's not one guy. He's like several men rolled into one. Put this in your pipe and smoke it. Ray Leonard.
Yep.
Marvin Hagler.
Armstrong.
No, Tommy Hearns. 3 men from one era are combined in this guy. What did he just accomplish?
That's true.
What did he just accomplish?
The 3 divisions. Outboxed them completely.
And 3-time undisputed. Now, weren't those 3 guys the top and the best of their era?
Mm-hmm.
And they all fought each other. The hand speed and mobility of Ray Leonard, the boxing ability of Tommy Hearns, the ability to switch orthodox and southpaw like Marvin Hagler. You see what I'm saying? This is what I surmised, and that was years ago when I first saw him on HBO. There's a guy that I work with on my grind. I told him when I saw him on Friday, I said, hey man, no, Thursday morning I saw him because he was going out of town for the weekend. I said, hey man, Bud Crawford's getting ready to make history this weekend. He was like, yeah, I heard he's gonna fight Canelo on Netflix. I said, you remember what I told you? And we've been working together for about 14 years. I said, you remember what because we have been working together for a number of years before we started talking about boxing. I found out that he likes the sport. So I told him about Bud Crawford. And this was when Bud was moving up from junior welter to welter. And I said, keep your eyes on this guy. He's one to watch. And so I told him this past weekend, and I said, he's gonna do it, man. Remember what I told you years ago? He's like, yeah, you've been saying it about him. So see, I don't come on here and just be talking crap, you know? And there's a lot of people, they don't like my delivery, they don't like my presentation and everything, but that's tough tamales. That's, you know, you can like what you like and don't like what you don't like. But the one thing I won't do to you is lie to you. I will not lie to you about the fighters, my assessments, whether I got something wrong or whatever. It's always genuine, always. But there's a lot of disingenuous natures out here. What did I call this show this evening? A celebration, a party. Because that's what's supposed to happen when we accomplish something, when one of our own ascends. It raises us all up a little bit. But some people are not even aware or have the wherewithal to accept that and to be a part of that and allow that to rub off on them, something good, so that they can elevate. No, you got those out there right now condemning and throwing down and all of that kind of stuff. That's not what's supposed to be taking place. So I welcome you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. We got Mr. Shelton has joined us in here as well. And we got Coach Hudson in the building also. So welcome everybody. Feel
What's
free.
going on, OG? What's going on, panel?
Hey, Shelton, man, I appreciate you coming up. I know you don't do it all the time, so you're more than welcome. I'm glad to see you participating, man.
Yes, indeed.
This is a celebration, bro. You guys
Salute,
can
Shelton.
talk to your heart's content because, hey, man, one of ours has done something very well, man, and accomplished something that's in the history books. First ballot Hall of Fame. He can go now before he retires. They can put his bust up there right now. Somebody got music or TV playing in the background. Please turn that down so it doesn't.
Yeah, it's kind of loud, the trumpet.
Somebody's got the show playing on their device or whatever. Mute your sound, please, or turn it down. The device you're watching it on. Yeah. And another thing, I can just turn my music off, but I have my music on because that's my party music. I shouldn't have to turn my party music off. This is Bud's night, special night. Mac of the South, what's good with you? So, fellas, feel free to talk.
Oh, well,
Yes,
shit.
Rod Neal, what's up?
Man.
Salute, Mr. Shelton.
What that dude, bro. I thought he was going to stop him in the 12th round.
Yep.
If he had like another minute and a half,
He ain't even need a minute.
it was going to be a wrap for Canelo, or at least he was going to put him down at the very least. That's a bad man.
Well, you know, I'll tell you something about that. He was capable of doing that, but he fought smart. He did what people thought he couldn't do. Remember, going into this, some people say, well, you know, Bud got a tendency to want to get that get back. He's always, you know, he's standing there for the receipt. He'll get greedy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, weren't they saying all of that shit? So he showed what? Discipline. Huh?
Yep.
A master has discipline. If you watch Kung Fu movies like I do, you can see it all the time in the Kung Fu films. Huh? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
A
sir.
master shows discipline. And that's what it's all about. We got Coach Hudson in here this evening that could confirm and affirm what I'm saying when it comes to that. Discipline allows a lot of things to be executed.
That's right.
And what he was able to do tonight was execute a game plan, something that a lot of people wouldn't give him credit for being capable of doing. Huh?
See?
So,
And everything that we talked about, the last salute, Sensei, and everybody on the panel. I just want to say, first off, it's amazing how everything we talked about the last 2 weeks came to pass. I remember Stormy and I was talking about the game plan and what would happen if Canelo's team was not prepared. I said, number one, if Eddie Reynoso gets frustrated, he has no answer anytime Canelo's in trouble. Number two, now a lot of people, I'm gonna tell you something a lot of people didn't see. Everybody was
you just gotta hit him harder.
In the 11th and 12th round. I don't know if you all remember, Canelo had it's like he hopped up and looked like he was walking away. It's because earlier in the fight, when Bud went to his body, he had turned Canelo's knee the wrong way. And Canelo was really, towards that end, he was fighting on one leg, which is why when he started getting hit with certain combinations, he couldn't load up on that lead leg to throw that left hook. And see, People don't understand how high the IQ, not just boxing IQ, the fighting IQ of Bud Crawford is, because Bud did that after he got headbutted. He said, all right, I'm gonna get you back. Also, I'm gonna tell you something else a lot of people didn't witness. Now, those of you who don't believe in this, that's fine. But there's something about the atmosphere or something that can sometimes change the warrior's spirit or elevate it. Who remembers when the crowd got quiet and they had cut the camera over to Wilder?
I remember that.
Yep.
Huh? See,
I remember that.
People don't even realize what they looking at. But you know,
go ahead, Cook. Go ahead, Cook.
But a wise man once said, he said, all you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop them. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but that man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am. The great Muhammad Ali once said that. All of these guys and some of our brothers were talking about how Canelo's the man. They can't see how Bud gonna beat him. Stormy and I, Drew, you too. We've been telling y'all over the last 2 weeks, if Bud goes in there and implements that plan, who was paying attention when Bomac was giving Bud instructions and said, when he throw that wide shit, you get up in his body?
That's right.
What did I say? One of the strategies was gonna be for Bud to take it to his body until he feels comfortable enough to take it to his head. So listen, and the brother Delano had said this on the brother Drew Titus channel. He said, the only thing left now is to see where Bud goes in the all-time great list. No, we're not doing that. I thought about it. No. We're gonna celebrate this moment first, because this is what people do to us when we are uplifting someone that just did something great. When they have nobody to compare them to, when they have nobody to compare them to, they say, oh, well, they pull somebody that done died to try to put it against their great accomplishment. We're not going to do that. For the next few weeks, we're going to celebrate this brother because he is symbolic to the ones that came before him, and he has set the bar. Now watch what I tell you. All of these people who've been doing this running, all of these people that's been doing these exhibitions or trying to do exhibitions, ain't gonna be no more of that, because now the bar has been set again for this generation to do what's right.
Who right now, and salute to y'all, man. Salute to y'all. Let me step in real quick.
After what Drew, salute. Tonight, I didn't get a chance to welcome you. Welcome, bro.
Salute, brother. Salute. You know I had to pull up. Yo, now look, what you saw in this whole card. First of all, you saw a pretty damn good night of boxing. Yes. You really did. You saw a good night of boxing. But as it pertains to the main event, even the Lester Martinez and Christian and Billy fight, right? After this, who the hell's looking for those clown fights? I saw the commercial for Tank and Paul. Yeah. But after what we witnessed tonight, first of all, do y'all understand we witnessed history tonight? This is historic. Terrence Bud Crawford is undisputed at 140, 147. He said, go to hell 54, go to hell 60. I'm going to 68 and take out this guy that y'all say is this era's pound king. And he went up and he did it fairly easy. I gave Canelo 1 round.
That's all I gave him.
Yeah, it was hard to give him any rounds. He was getting...
I couldn't. I think the swing round was round 9, but by that time, my mind was so made up off of what I seen previously in the fight. I said, I can't even give him round 9, and I tried. I gave him round 2, and that's it. And that was a stretch. Bud literally smoked this dude. He had nothing for him, and he tried to kill him in the last round. Did y'all see that?
I seen it. He was trying to get that knockout.
Yeah, he was trying to get that extra bit of that turkey money. Now let me say this.
Yeah.
It came out that he was only making $10 million a night, and he's getting back end money off of the gate. Listen, shout out to Bud for sharing that. But this is another reason why I really don't care.
So Errol paid you better
about the money. This is why I don't really care about it. And I know there's a little bit of principle behind that because of what he went through with Errol. Look, man, that's over now. That's over now. And what we need to be doing.
I've been over there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me address something real quick. We got Hen Dog trying to do. Hen Dog, did you connect your mic? Because it was saying connect your mic.
Yeah, I think that brother's on his phone.
Huh?
I think he's on his phone. That's why he got to connect his mic.
Okay. Is that Hen Dog? You there, Hen Dog?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome, brother.
Okay. Well, all right.
Clarence McLean, I think I got space for one more. Clarence McLean, if you like to click that link, come on and join us, brother, for this celebration of Terrence Crawford's special night, brother.
It's a celebration.
Definitely let Clarence up. I want to state the fact though. I want to state the fact that Jerron Ennis boots, he didn't help Canelo with shit tonight though. My bad with the cussing though.
He did.
Real quick. Let me add to that. Let me add to that real quick.
Because, you know, what it is that at this point, Canelo is who he is as an athlete. He hasn't improved since Floyd. And I told people the only thing that he's improved is his matchmaking. That's it. He fought people he knew he could beat with the style that he produces, and he avoided people that gave him problems. He got lucky with the Lara fight. He got lucky with the Austin Trout fight. He lost against Floyd Mayweather. He avoided Demetrius Andrade. He avoided the Charlos early in their career because all of those guys. Look, I'm looking at Bud right now. He got a lot of gold on that table, bro. Man, I'm saying, look, let me go on record. Let me remind y'all, Bud's not perfect, but I don't give a fuck.
No,
same here.
Let me stop you
there. Let me take the floor real quick.
Oh, quiet, guys. 1 second. Let me address what Drew just said. You said Bud's not perfect. He is perfect. He's 42-0 with 31
He's perfect.
Division 3-time undisputed champion, the first in the 4-belt era to do it. And he is the fighter of his generation. If that's not perfection, I don't know what the hell is.
And he's the Mexican champ.
If it went the other way, they would be telling you the other guy is all of that.
Even you know what? Let's roll back. You know what?
Even with being what he is, which is a 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional fighter, depending on who he fights, and much less talented, they would tell you these lies about him. So it's not a lie, lie to Crawford. Let's give the man his flowers. Let's give him his credit and acknowledgement because we are too busy apologetic being like, oh, he did something, but he's not No. And I'm not coming at you, Drew. I'm trying to
No.
For us to acknowledge ourselves. We are all uplifted. This is our warrior who did this. Did you see all of those pale-faced people in that stadium? All those people that was booing him and everything. Do you think they all going home with tears?
There you go.
He crying now. He crying.
They look very disappointed.
And piggyback on what you said.
You should have heard the people that was inside the bar cheering for Canelo.
Hold on. Let me jump back in here. You see, because the sensei. That's why we call him the sensei, because he'll get you right.
He came out with a dedication. Desperado. You see him carrying a guitar case?
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of that went over people's heads, man.
No, I
it didn't go over my head. I knew it. I knew it when he did it. I knew it.
I bet when the mariachi band, whatever that was, that dude started singing that Spanish song. I said, that's for Bud. Because I know Canelo's not coming out first. And I said, you know what? This is psychological warfare at this point. And anyway, right, they thinking he's gonna come out with Kendrick Lamar, whatever. No. You don't need to make no statements. He came and said, this is actually my holiday tonight.
Yep.
And you know what, Stormy? You're absolutely right. We need to put Bud, our fighter, on a pedestal.
Yep.
Like how they put Canelo. Like Canelo's a drug cheat. They don't talk about that. Reynoso's his whole gym popped dirty, except for Andy Ruiz. They don't talk about that.
And he's even been robbed of opportunity because he was supposed to have Mel Charlo's undisputed position.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's right.
Take that from him and then go after Canelo.
Yep.
You see?
True story.
So guess what? He still beat the guy that Mel laid down for, didn't he?
Laid down.
Damn right.
Didn't even try.
Damn right. So this is a dub. And see, you know, when they were flipping that, I'm glad Coach Hudson brought that up. When they were pulling that camera around, you saw when they put it on Devin and Bill and they booed.
Yep.
And they put it on. Then they put it on Deontay, and it got quiet. They were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it got quiet though.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's Deontay Wilder. And then I'm looking around. I'm like, wait a minute. And then they gave the mic to Antonio Tarver. He said, "I got Bud." Right.
Better.
And then I'm looking at Blue Bloods video. What do you think Tiafimo said?
Oh my God.
He said, "I got Bud."
What? Okay,
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Wow.
He said, "I got Bud." I said, "Uh-oh, something's wrong. Something's really wrong." Where that nigga at, right? Okay. Yeah, I got Bud. Okay. Y'all remember when Tiafimo grabbed his 3.5 belts and took the picture with Canelo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
I remember that.
Yeah. I wonder if he ain't got no belts to do it now. You understand? But the people that knew better, the people that weren't like afraid to say, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna ride. And I'm not saying you're afraid. When I say afraid, y'all were looking at what could go wrong, and that clouded your judgment. That's always a possibility is boxing. But skill for skill, this dude is better than Canelo.
Way better. I
This
mean,
dude is king right now.
Way better, stronger, faster,
Stormy
more
is absolutely
agile.
right. You know what? Bud is perfect. I don't want to hear it. My thing is this: Bud's not perfect. Now these motherfucking naysayers, they got to prove us wrong. This guy, name one Mexican fighter could say that they was name any fighter from any ethnicity that's not American that could say they're 3-division undisputed champion. No franchise status, none of that.
In the 4-belt era.
In a 4-belt era, this man made history tonight.
And you're 5-division champ.
It's a black American. They will never be able to take this from us. Ever. Ever. You know what's going to happen tomorrow? They're going to be
You gonna make an excuse?
They're going to say,
They're gonna say it was snack. Well, he was on this snack.
I'm gonna do one better than that. They're going to say he got to fight David Benavidez. I'm gonna be like, well, fuck you. Not before Canelo does it.
No, but check this out. Check this out.
Hey, let me get the floor.
Well, watch the snack excuses come out tomorrow. Watch.
No, they're going to try to say fight David Benavidez, but sorry, but not sorry. David Benavidez is a light heavyweight now.
There you go.
Yep.
That's it. He already got one Benavidez. I'll take it. Just like Canelo got one Charlo. Bud already got a Benavidez. He got Jose. I'm good.
And now, you want to know what really...
I'm going to say something, fellas. Nobody has to take my position on what I'm about to say. Because I respect the brother. And I'm cool with him and everything. But I got to say this. Fred, shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
Get on board and celebrate this man's accomplishments. You don't have to like him as a person. And if you want to try to put God and everything, because, you know, people pick and choose when they want to put and insert God. Huh? Well, be God-like and love on this brother who has proper representation and has done something for the melanated nation.
Hey, let me add to that, Stormy. So, y'all know I'm the biggest critic of Bud. When the Spence fight went down, I'm the one that went on the months-long video rants on Bud.
Yeah.
So if I can put all that aside and root for the brother, you have no excuse to not root for him. You must be a hater of the highest caliber. Because guess what? I told y'all, when Bud is up against somebody else, he's going to be reminded that he's black. And it's going to be the black fans that criticize him the most, like us, that are still gonna be rocking with him, because we can still love on the brother. He, at the end of the day, he represents us, And if he was beaten up, we would have gotten beaten tonight. So for all the black fighters and fight fans who were not rocking with Bud saying, oh man, Canelo's a talent. I'm seeing MMA fighters, MMA fans talking about, I got Canelo hands. Oh man, Canelo's a once in a generation talent. I'm like, what the F are you guys talking about? Listen,
we've seen Canelo before. And we ain't gonna see the last of him either, though.
Listen. The fundamentals of boxing, the two fundamentals of boxing, jab and footwork. This man has neither.
Yeah, he was in quicksand the whole fight.
Stop, bro.
Yep. And truth be told, William Skull beat him.
Yeah, he did. He did, but
William Skull, exactly.
But I
Every
knew
fighter that's beaten him.
I knew you couldn't beat Canelo in the way that William did it. I knew that. I said he won by way of points, but he didn't win the drama of the fight. Bud came in there, and when I tell you he fought a perfect fight, and they could fight 10 times and Bud will beat him every time, bro. This wasn't
he would be the worst. He would be the worst every time.
Yep, he beat him 10 times. He can
knock his ass off the next time. Yeah.
Didn't I tell you that when Canelo starts losing on the cards, it shows in that ring? He starts doing weird shit.
Yeah.
Now he
putting his hands down and walking forward.
He was doing that, turning his head and walking away,
and all of that foolishness.
Yeah,
putting elbows in the man's neck. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he lost in the clinch. I'm gonna tell you something else that I saw.
I told people that was gonna happen.
He's trying to do what I call now the Tyson Fury thing. When you're down on the cards, he started playing to the audience. And hopefully the audience was going to play on the judges. And he had 2 judges there. Didn't I tell you? I said, wait a minute. It might not make a difference. Because those judges that got selected, I think that that Turkey out of Sheik just said, yo, look, we just going to take the excuses away. He has 2 judges and the ref, and we're going to have an organic outcome. Whoever wins is whoever wins. And Bud whooped his ass. He outboxed him and outmuscled him and out-countered him.
Oh, those counters.
Drew. I remember someone on your channel.
Oh, my God.
Drew, you don't remember a dude on your channel was saying, so what? This is not wrestling. And I was like, bro, what are you talking about? When we said that Bud was way stronger, look at his deadlift. They said, this is not wrestling.
Yeah.
He bullied him in the clinch.
Bro,
Canelo was trying to impose his will.
Yeah. He felt Bud's power, too.
Bud picked him up and bullied him. Said, get that bullshit out of here.
Did he not throw his ass to the ropes?
Yeah.
Every time. He spun him. I said, oh, look at that. Look at that. There was no part of this fight.
And that made Canelo scared.
Look at the size of that goddamn ring Turkey gave him. Man, I'm so proud of this brother, man. This is a proud moment. We got us. If you just personally didn't like Bud, you got us in your black. You got to stop right now, bro. Now it has to stop. It got to stop right now. Because now this is other shit. This is when we got to be on code like everybody else. Because right now, I don't know what they got going on the Mexican channels, but right now they're angry. And do you remember?
Damn, I want to go over to the Mexican channel.
Do you remember when Deontay got robbed on our month of February? You remember that? You remember what they were saying to us?
Suck it up.
Hard as Wakandas.
Yeah. He lost on Black History Month. Remember that? Okay.
He lost on Cinco de Mayo.
This is their Mexican Independence Day, right?
Black History Month.
Yeah.
This is the Independence Weekend, right?
Yep.
You see, God, it's always in his hands. I ain't got to lift a finger. I ain't got to clown because they're going to come to us. I ain't got to go to them. I never go to them. They're going to come to us. But they're going to come to us and clown. Because I bet
they won't be coming anytime soon.
If this was a Mexican guy that did what Bud did, they'd be in our chats.
Dude, you would never hit the end of it.
Never.
Right.
You would never hit the end of it.
Now, let's grandstand right now. Bud came from 140, went to 140, 147, and now he skipped 2 divisions with the 168 and did what people thought was the impossible. All right? Now, I want y'all to understand. He's a clean fighter. Canelo is not. You understand?
Bigger on drugs in a smaller ring.
They can't say anything about us. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to say anything crazy about Bud. And I've been very critical of Bud, but that had everything to do with business. That shit's over now. Now we gotta protect our own. And I'll land my plane right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And you want to know what's crazy? Bud is the American fighter, right?
And got
But I
booed.
heard one of the commentators talking about he's in hostile territory. You in America. How was that hostile territory for the American?
Exactly.
I really didn't like that,
black.
man. You know, if we only American when it's time to send our boys over across seas to step on landmine.
We're American.
You know, any other time, this a hostile crowd.
Man, they only run the black people when they need our votes.
Exactly.
They remind us we're American then. That's when they remind us.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they don't give a rat's ass.
Yup. Just remember, Devin and Bill got booed. They were confused looking at Deontay like, what's he doing here? All right.
Yeah, it did get eerily quiet when they showed Wilder.
They got quiet when he stood up.
It did. Because they had showed Mike Tyson, the crowd went wild. They showed Logan Paul, was it? Logan Paul, the crowd went wild. They went over there to Wilder. They were just like everybody, like everything just stopped. I noticed that.
Yeah, this is a win for boxing, man. Don't nobody give a shit about no Jake Paul and Mellow Yellow. Don't nobody care about Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. Boxing won tonight. Our brother won tonight. Our brother's going into history books when he packs it up. And Bud, right now, if he gets this marinade and in 2 days says, you know what, I'm done, I'm hanging it up, I am perfectly fine with it. In fact, there's a portion of me that don't want me to, I don't want him to fuck this up. I don't want no one to beat him at this point. Because of what it means. Off of principle. Right. Walk away. I don't mind. I don't think he's gonna, but I don't mind.
I think he should. He ain't got nothing else to. Thing is, he ain't got nothing else to prove. That's the thing.
No, he don't. He really don't. But 160 is wide open right now. He can swoop right in there and collect belts there too if he wanted to.
He can, but I don't know. See, Bud. I don't know. We'll just see how he feel. The one thing about it, a dog like that, bro, it's hard.
And like I said, man, if the cats don't want to listen to us, it's just black people talking, go listen to Usyk told y'all. Forget us, man. Usyk told you. They tried to put it on Usyk. Hey, Usyk, get number one pound for pound. He says, no. It's the Bud Crawford. No. It's Bud. That's what he said.
Lomachenko also said that too.
That's what I'm saying. He's the second Ukrainian saying because the first one.
Bevo said that though too.
Bevo too.
Yep. Beaver picked. Yep. Beaver picked Bud to win too.
Bevo said that Bud should be in the boxing dictionary when you look up a good boxer. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man.
Yep, and then when them odds kind of evened out, I was like, yeah, Bud finna get on his
ass. Yo, I told you, one of my boys said, yo, did you look at the odds? I said, I don't bet like that. He says, yo, bro. He said 2 days ago, those odds kind of like, he said it's not deadlocked, but he said they like jumped significantly, like they're a lot closer. I said a little closer. He said, no, they are a lot closer. I said, ooh-wee. Oh, what? I said, what?
But the odds changed around like 7 p.m. though. Like 7 to 10 p.m. That's when the odds changed.
So if you picked Bud by UD and you put 100, how much you got?
If I put like 100, and I put down $200, you get 385, 384.
if you put 200 on Bud for UD, you get 384.
No. That's for the 100. That's for the 100. For the 200, it was like five something, 585, bro. Like, nigga, like, bro.
That's crazy.
Man, I had to wait. I'm like, hold on, this can't be right. I'm like, am I getting scammed? I said, this is easy money. This is easy money. I was hollering before the decision came on screen, and people were just looking at me like I was crazy. Like,
Okay, guys, let's pause. Let's pause for a moment and acknowledge this comment by Mac of the South here. He says, "Fighter of the Year, Crawford. Trainer of the Year, Bo Mac."
Yes.
Definitely Fighter of the Year is Bud.
Yeah.
That Christian and Billy fight was something else too.
And let's give Bomac his flowers, because how many times we've given it to cheating ass Eddie Reynoso,
Right?
And Freddie Roach when he had like one fighter
who was on that shit.
Yup.
Just
gotta give it to him.
It's fun. Yeah. You remember in the corner that Bomac called everything that Canelo was gonna try to do. He told Bud, "Hey, listen, this is what they're gonna try to do," and they did it, and they did try it. I mean, Bomac, he's really underestimated as
you know what Bomac is, man. Some guys are really good at what they do. Like, as far as training is concerned, some guys are better trainers than they were fighters. It's like that. Some players in the NBA, they were better players than they were coaches, and vice versa. You feel me? Bomac wasn't like a world beater as a fighter, but two things: he has a high IQ and he knows what he's looking at, and he also has a product in Bud that he knew what his strengths are, and if he has weaknesses, we'll never know. We'll never know.
A great team around him.
That's right.
Right. That's right.
Say what you want. He has a great team around him. When you watch the build up to the fight on Netflix.
Wait, I gotta head back home, y'all. Peace.
All right,
y'all
now.
stay safe, y'all.
All right, bro.
All right, take it easy, bro.
All right.
They're family. It don't get any better than that. It don't get any better than that, man. And man, this man, you have no idea, bro. You have no idea. But listen, I gotta run. It is 2 a.m. over here. I gotta run some errands in the morning, man. But salute to y'all, man. Stormy, I'll definitely see you tomorrow. Well, online. You know what I mean? But salute to y'all. Salute to Trick, Shelton, Coach Hudson, Acondo, Handor, man. Salute to y'all. And we gotta support this brother. We shouldn't hear anything else. This man did what he was supposed to do, man. Salute to y'all. All right, now.
All right.
Take it easy, bro.
But the only thing I'm not trying to hear is him fighting David Benavidez. That's some bullshit.
Hey, man. Hey, salute everybody, man. Let me get a word in real quick.
Yeah, please.
I've been on here 52 minutes and I ain't got nothing in. But listen, man, I want to say this. I ain't had nothing lately to smile about, man. But tonight is a night to smile. And I'm going to tell y'all something, man. When I watched that fight, I kind of threw in 2 fights together. And the fights I'm going to say is Chavez, Randall 1, and Chavez versus Whitaker. Because both of them guys whitewashed Mexican brawling fighters. And when I watched that fight, that's what came to my mind right there. But at the end of the day, man, Terrence Crawford went up there, man, and I mean, he put on a masterful performance. Nobody talked about his ring generalship. When Canelo would throw that right hand, Crawford would move to his left to take some of the steam off that punch. And I would listen to the commentary because I don't listen to it, but that's what I noticed in the fight, how Bud was moving, getting away from that right hand. And I thought he hurt Canelo a few times in that fight, especially like in the 12th round and 11th round. And I heard somebody was saying something about Bud was hitting him and his knee turned. But I'm going to say this here. I thought Bud shot a jab at Canelo's face. And I think he kind of, I don't know if I ain't going to say he thumbed him, but Canelo had like a squint on his face, and he turned to the side. Well, I saw Bud was jabbing him with that right hand. But man, you know, like I say, masterful performance. I don't know if I'm gonna go to work tomorrow, man, because I work with a whole bunch of Mexican people, man, and they might try to jump me, man. You know what I mean? But no, hey, great performance by Bud. Boxing won tonight. You know, a lot of people don't like Dana White, but by him being there, his presence, he brought the UFC audience over. Because I know a lot of guys down to watch. I'm cool with it. I watch UFC too. I don't know about a lot of y'all, but I watch it, and a lot of them guys are watching this fight, and now they got a whole lot of respect for boxing even more because the way Terrence Crawford beat Canelo. So on that note, man, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I'm gonna lay down and give me some sleep, man. I got to get up in the morning. And Stormy, thank you for having me come on, man. And tomorrow, man, we're going to cook tomorrow, man, even more. You know what I'm saying? So we made gumbo on this show. Tomorrow, we're going to make some red beans and rice.
That's right, man. I appreciate you, Trick, man. Thanks for stopping through, man. And we will speak later today because we say tomorrow.
Listen. Hey, Stormy, you know what? When you say click that link, I will say, well, I'm on the phone with a non-believer. You want to know what that non-believer is? Kirk Johnson. I can't wait to get him on tomorrow.
Oh, no, not him.
We're going to get it. We're going to
bring him to the show tomorrow. I mean,
we're going to get him tomorrow, man. We're going to get him. Yeah, we're going to get him, man. So that's why I was on the phone arguing with. I said, okay, well, you know, I'm going to leave it like that. I said, we'll save it for the show tomorrow. We're going to get him tomorrow, Storm. Well, today, actually. We're going to get him today.
I can only imagine, just thinking ahead, the Tuesday tussles I can get out of this foolishness, man. Because remember, one of my shows is going to be the cliches that people throw out there. There's weight divisions for a reason. But I gave in a recent live stream, I gave the example of Usyk coming up from cruiserweight. Actually, he was like a welterweight at one time in the amateurs and everything. He was a very small dude. So he come up from undisputed cruiserweight champion and became undisputed heavyweight champion. But the heavyweights that he fought outweighed him the equivalent to 2 to 3 weight classes bigger than him. So that doesn't apply.
That's a good point. You're right about that.
As I said, it's not the size of the fighter in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the fighter. Someone is multifaceted, multidimensional, they can accomplish more things. Someone who is less dimensional are limited.
Or this one.
You can put limits on a 5-dimensional fighter, but on a 1 or 2-dimensional fighter, you can.
That's right.
See, this is this is like chemistry. This is like mathematics, geometry, whatever. You can put that to a test, and you can find that the theorem will correct itself each and every time. I try to tell people these things, but like I said, they be out there watching, peeping through the blinds and the bushes, but they won't come in. They won't sit down and have a conversation. They won't even inquire and ask me, well, Stormy, what about this? Or how about that? Or whatever. It's not that I'm a know-it-all, but any application that I apply toward this subject, when we're talking about the sweet science, you can put it to the test. You got all these people out here, even former fighters, with dumb thoughts about the sport of boxing. And it's amazing because some of them have accomplished a great deal, you know, and it's like, wow, how did you ever get so far? You know what I'm saying? Because you can see, but that's okay. James Toney was interviewed and he was asked, when that fight was announced, what do you think? Crawford's gonna fight Canelo. He was like, I got Crawford. And then he talked about the other guys being cream puffs, and he put a few other expletives with it. You know how James Toney talked, but he was right. He said he's built from a different cloth. He's a guy that you can put back in a different era, a throwback era. a lot of these guys who have accomplished in today's time, you can't put them in another era. They're only good for what the climate is now. Just like guys who are playing in the NBA right now couldn't play back in the 90s or even the 80s, when the league was much more physical and had guys that would lay you down with incidental contact that wouldn't be called a technical foul. So, you know, it is what it is. So, my man, Acondo, you still there? It seems like it's only you and I now.
Yeah. I mean, see, that's the thing. A lot of people don't know is me and you called this a long time ago. You know, in the chat, and we said that this is how Bud was gonna beat Canelo. You know, fight this type of fight. And everybody else was just, looking at us like we was crazy. I said, all right, just wait.
Check this metaphor out.
Mm-hmm.
When Bud moved up to welterweight,
mm-hmm.
he won the belt from Jeff Horn. They asked him in the post-fight in the ring, they said, hey, what's next for you, Bud? What would you like to do? And he's like, I'd like to try to unify. He's like, they start throwing names at him. He's like, all those guys, I like to fight all of them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then was born the side of the street rhetoric, right?
Yeah.
Now, interestingly, because all of the fighters were pretty much under the PBC umbrella, whatever, they didn't want to make the fight. PBC didn't want to make the fight with Bud for that WBO title, but they wanted to fight Jeff Horn when he had the title.
Mm-hmm.
But Bob was able to make the fight in-house because Horn had won the title from Manny, and Bud was already in-house with Top Rank and everything. So the deal was done easier that way or whatever. But that didn't mean it couldn't be done. But it just, there were roadblocks that they put up. Now here comes the part about the metaphor. All of that blocking this man from an opportunity to be great, because that's what he was gearing up toward. He wanted to prove that he was the best. Mm-hmm. They took him through detours and delays and put him down on the other side and all of that kind of stuff, only for his path to ascend to the top beyond all of them.
Yeah.
How about that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So in life, when you have setbacks and roadblocks and detours, never take your eye off of your goal and your destination. You might even arrive at a time that you hadn't planned for, but you can get there and possibly be better off as a result of the journey. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See, that's what I bring to this talk out there. Did I lie in anything that I said? No, absolutely.
No lies told. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to that medicine kicked in. It's kicking in now. I mean, I was so happy I got through the fight that it didn't because it's a medicine that helped me get go to sleep and stuff.
Yeah.
That they give me, and I was so happy that I made it through the fight because I was wide awake, man. I ain't missed a single punch, man. It was just.
I was listening to several other brothers doing their calling of the show, the fight, and all of that.
Yeah.
I went to all of the brothers that were doing it in the community. But what's interesting is this: some of them were talking about how nervous they were and everything. Dude, I was never nervous. I was excited, but I was never nervous. And I don't get nervous over things like that, especially when someone is accomplished and capable.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Bud is that guy. He's that guy like Michael Jordan, or Kobe or someone like that. You know, you put the ball in Walter Payton's hand, he gonna get you yards. You know what I'm saying? That's that kind of thing. And we need to stop not embracing what we can do. We need to stop that, because you know what that comes from? It's external.
Mm-hmm.
The type of mentality where you've been shut down so much that you no longer even consider yourself. We had kind of broken that barrier a little bit back when Ali came into prominence. But they took his license from him, and he had 3 years out of it. And then even when he came back, he had lost some of the natural ability that he had, but he was still a hell of a fighter and a man. But, you know, we instead of just trying to imitate him, we should have learned from that and say, I can be that too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what that really means. When you have someone that can show you the way, okay, let's make the path wider.
Right.
But yeah, I don't want to talk your head off, brother Kondo. I appreciate you coming on. I think this is the first time that you come on to one of my open panels. So I appreciate that. And you'll be more than welcome any other time I open it up and you're available. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
absolutely, absolutely. Won't even hesitate.
Yes, sir. So you go ahead and have yourself a good night, bro. And I'll get ready to close this down in a little bit, but I appreciate your participation.
Yeah, likewise, my great brother, man. Likewise.
All right, you take it easy.
You too.
All right. Yeah, so chat, the good people that are still out there, you know, I won't hold you guys any longer. I got a call-in show to do in the morning, and I also want to catch Monster Inoue taking on MJ in the morning. Top Rank Boxing on the Facebook page. Their Facebook page is slated for around 6 a.m. So I'll be looking forward to that. But I just had to come on and do my due diligence of giving Terrence Bud Crawford his flowers, man. And again, we have to look alive and look ahead for what this man has done and embrace that. Don't worry about what these other folks are saying, because it really doesn't mean much at all at the end of the day. What means much is what this man is able to do, how he's represented his family and close loved ones and the sport that he participates in, and no one will ever be able to take his accomplishments away from him. So with that being said, I want to say shout out to the mighty LDBC. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Peace to you all. Enjoy this celebration in your own way. And we'll be back on the airwaves very soon. Have a good night, everyone.